This is New Jersey Network. WNJS Channel 23, Camden, Atlantic City, and Philadelphia.
Major funding for New Jersey Bowl is provided by Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey, and by a grant from the New Jersey Department of Higher Education. Additional funding is provided by Jersey Central Power and Light Company. We put the power in your hands.
Today, the Golden Panthers of Pequannock Township High School face the Wildcats of St. Joseph High School in the first round of New Jersey Bowl. A presentation of Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey, and the Department of Higher Education in support of higher education in the state. And now your host for New Jersey Bowl, Todd Hunt.
Thank you. Our audience is really laid back today. They're ready for an exciting match. So let's meet the contestants from Atlantic County, St. Joseph's High School.
My name is Pejan Fugaro, and I'm a junior at St. Joseph's.
Brett Milnarczyk, and I'm a senior at St. Joseph's.
My name is Vince Lamonic, and I'm a junior at St. Joseph's.
My name is Bill Budniak, and I'm a senior at St. Joseph's.
St. Joseph's High School. Now our competition today comes from Morris County. It's Pequannock Township High School.
I'm Kevin Gowden, and I'm a senior at Pequannock Township High School.
I'm Mike Henry, and I'm a senior at Pequannock also.
Rob Bruce, I'm also a senior.
Karen Brown, I'm a senior too.
Pequannock Township High School. Okay, if this burst of enthusiasm carries you all the way to our championship game and you win that, then each contestant will win $1,000 scholarship through the sponsorship of Jersey Central Power and Light Company. First, you have to know the rules to play the game, so let me remind you that we have 10-point toss-ups in this first round. You must signal, wait to be recognized, and if the answer is correct, your team gets a chance at a bonus question worth more. If the answer is incorrect, we turn it over and someone on the other team can try it. Okay, those are the rules very briefly, and here's the toss-up to start the game. If you kiss it, it's said to improve your oratorical powers. What is this Irish St. Joseph, Vince?
The Blarney Stone?
The Blarney Stone. All right, St. Joseph's, no Blarney here. You get a 30-point bonus opportunity. Supreme Court Chief Justice Warren Berger recently stepped down. Now, for 5 points apiece, name any 6 of the 9 justices currently serving.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
That's 1.
Rehnquist.
He's number 1. That's 2. Okay, quickly, I need as many more as you can give me.
We have no more guesses.
Okay, it's Stevens, Blackman, Marshall, White, Powell, and Brennan. You've got 2 for 10 points. Toss-up for either team. Who wrote The Courtship of Miles Standish? St. Joseph, Vince.
Longfellow.
Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. This time, St. Joseph, it's a 20-point bonus opportunity. Let's see how much you know about our neighbors to the south. For 5 points each, I'll name the capital, you name the country. Quito.
Ecuador.
That's correct for 5. La Paz.
Bolivia.
That's correct. Caracas.
Venezuela.
Okay, you can make it a sweep with this one. Asuncion, I should pronounce it.
Paraguay.
And that is a 20-point sweep. Now we have our visual clue for you. I want you to look in your monitors at a painting. This Dutch artist, St. Joseph, Brett.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Okay, you recognize his famous painting, Starry Night. Now we have a 30-point bonus opportunity for St. Joseph. Face to face in French is vis-a-vis. For 10 points each, supply these words that have origins other than English. The Spanish word for quickly, a word we use to mean exactly the same thing.
Rapide.
No, pronto. They pronounce it pronto, we say pronto, do it pronto. A German word for health, an expression we use after someone achoo, sneezes.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit, thank you. A Hebrew word for peace, or goodbye, or hello.
Shalom.
Shalom. You got 2 out of 3 for 20 points. Okay, let's check your spelling. Toss up for either team. To be suave, nonchalant. Pequannock, Michael.
S-U-A-V-E.
Okay, I'm going to stop you because I hadn't said the word yet. I was defining it. Nonchalant or urbane is to be debonair. It's only for St. Joseph now. Can someone spell debonair? Pejan.
D-E-B-O-I-N-R.
D-E-B-O-N-A-I-R. Tell you what, we have another spelling question for either team. Let's listen to the whole, well, clue is short. Most people have at least one idiosyncrasy. Pequannock, Rob.
I-D-I-O-S-Y-C-R-A-C-Y.
No, I'm sorry. I have to turn it over to St. Joseph. Can someone try it? Idiosyncrasy. St. Joseph, Vince.
I-D-I-O-S-Y-N-C-H-R-A-C-Y.
C-R-A-S-Y. So nobody got that one. We're going to try another toss-up. No spelling here. One compound has greater ability than any other substance to dissolve other substances. Or Pequannock, Kevin.
Water.
It's called water. Now, Pequannock, you have your first bonus opportunity. If I ask you what academic-ology you'd associate with song title Hark, Hark the Lark or Bye Bye Blackbird, you'd say ornithology, birds. For 5 points apiece and a 5-point bonus for all 3. With what ology do you associate each of these? How about Rock of Ages?
Geology.
Geology or mineralogy. 3 little words. Words is the key.
Etymology.
Etymology is correct. How about Tiger Rag?
Biology.
Or zoology. Yes, that's 20 points for your team. All righty, toss up. The American Civil War could be said to have been triggered by Beauregard's men firing upon Fort Sumter. Another major conflict was literally triggered by Gavrilo Princip, a member of a Serbian national secret society known as the Black Pants. St. Joseph, Brett.
Assassinating Franz Ferdinand.
I'm sorry, that's part of the question, so now it's a toss-up only for Pequannock. When Archduke Francis Ferdinand was assassinated, what conflict began? Michael.
World War I.
World War I, that's correct. Okay, a couple times we've seen the penalty of trying early, but that's okay, keep it up. 30-point bonus for Pequannock. For 10 points apiece, tell me by what man's name are these numbers known? The number of particles in 1 gram molecular weight of any substance. Whose name is on that?
Avogadro.
That's Avogadro. The ratio of energy of a photon to its frequency. It's called Planck's constant. The number which can be used to indicate the onset of turbulence in fluid flow. And you may answer that even though our round has ended. Number which can
Newton.
You have it?
Newton.
No, it's Reynolds' number. You got 1 for 10 points. Our score after the first round is Pequannock Township 50, St. Joseph's 80. Okay. We hope that our high school students will carry all this enthusiasm on to college, and they may need some financial help. So here's one of our Inside College series of tips from T. Edward Hollander, Chancellor of Education, Higher Education for New Jersey. What types of financial aid are available for the low-income student?
A low-income student is eligible for tuition aid in New Jersey that will cover the full tuition at a public institution and up to half the tuition at a private institution. The federal government for a low-income student will cover most of the cost of the room. Loans are available up to $2,500 for the student, and the parents can borrow an additional $2,500 through the PLUS program.
Part-time jobs are also an option in supplementing a student's income. Where can students find out about part-time job openings on campus?
If you're interested in a part-time job on campus, go to the college placement office first and see what jobs are listed. Often they're listed on bulletin boards outside departmental offices or outside the placement office. If you can find a job through the school, the chances are you'll be able to find one in the community, through the local newspaper, or simply signs and windows in the college town.
If you'd like more information on colleges and universities in New Jersey, call toll-free 1-800-962-INFO. College in New Jersey. It can work for you. Okay, it looks like there seems to be some kind of financial aid for almost everybody in New Jersey, so look for that information. It can be very helpful. Our next Inside College tip will focus on testing for college. Ooh, that's one of my favorite subjects. I can hardly wait for that one. Right now, we'd like to go to our studio audience, say hello to the people who helped prepare our contestants for this week's match. From St. Joseph High School, let's greet Principal Sister Lillian Harrington, Advisor John Pancari, and down front we have the alternate contestant Laura Bates. And from Pequannock Township High School, let's say hello to Advisor John Graff and alternate Joe Lewin. Our score again is Pequannock Township 50, St. Joseph 80. We'll be back for challenge rounds in just 30 short seconds.
Winter Mission heats up on NJN with Phil Collins, one of the hottest performers around.
I can see through my windows, and I can imagine the noise.
Don't miss Phil Collins on Winter Mission, Tuesday, January 20th at 9.
Yeah.
Now we're going to find out a little bit about Pequannock Township High School from its captain, Rob.
Welcome to Pequannock Township High School. PTHS is located in the small suburban community of Pequannock Township and serves the students of both Pompton Plains and Pequannock. The district, which has an historic past, is basically a commuter community. Our school has a population of approximately 900 students, 75% of which continue with some form of postgraduate education. The curriculum is broad-based and ranges from honors and AP courses to a respected program for the learning disabled. The teaching staff is experienced and dedicated. In addition to the standard curriculum, Pequannock offers unique programs in the high-tech computer areas and student-managed childcare for the community. Pequannock also offers a wealth of extracurricular opportunities ranging from football to our state champion field hockey team and an award-winning gymnastics. Our marching band is just one aspect of the broad offering made available through the music department. With enough activities to fill up a student's day, a moment of relaxation can still be enjoyed on Senior Walk.
Thank you. Okay, no time for a senior walk now because we've got to do 3 minutes worth of toss-ups. It's our challenge round for Pequannock High School. Hands on signals, no conferences. Here's your first question. His real name was John Clayton. He was the son of a British nobleman, and he was deserted in infancy. He married Jane, the daughter of an American scientist, and their son was called Karen.
Cheetah.
No, we were looking for Tarzan of the Apes. The son was Korak, but it's Tarzan of the Apes. Let's go on. The Antilles are the islands, including the Bahamas, that stretch from Florida to Venezuela. What is their more common collective name? Kevin.
The Florida Keys?
No, it's the West Indies. 2 letters of the alphabet are used to designate the chromosomes that determine whether you're male or female. Michael.
X and Y.
X and Y, that's correct. In a Tennyson poem, what Arthurian hero declares, "My strength is as the strength of 10 because my heart is pure"? Karen.
Galahad?
Sir Galahad said that. Considered by many to be the greatest woman athlete of all time, she won 2 gold medals at the 1932 Olympics and went on to become the leading woman golfer of her time. Rob.
Babe Didrikson.
That's correct. Now, Karl Marx and Joseph Engels wrote about capital in Das Kapital. Who wrote about capital in The Wealth of Nations? Adam Smith. The medulla oblongata contains the cardiac and respiratory centers of the brain. What part of the brain coordinates control of movement? Karen.
Cerebellum.
Cerebellum is correct. Now, of course, you associate Ringo and Ginger Baker with the drums. With what instrument do you associate Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix? Rob.
Guitar.
Guitar. Zechariah, Habakkuk, Nahum, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah. What religious role was filled by each and all of them? Michael?
They were Hebrew prophets.
Prophets is the word you're looking for. That's fine. Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse. That's no surprise. What lovable cartoon bird did Walter Lantz create? Karen.
Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker. The name of one of America's leading fashion magazines, first published in 1892, is a word that can be defined as something in fashion at a particular... Kevin.
Vogue.
Vogue. An aerodynamic term named for an Austrian physicist is the number which represents the ratio of the speed of a body to the speed of sound in the surrounding... Michael.
Mach.
Mach. In what musical activity do you associate Luciano Pavarotti, Leontine Price, and Placide... Karen.
Opera singing.
Opera. This American president was the greatest popular hero of his time, serving from 1829 to 1837. Michael.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. One flew east, one flew west, one flew... Complete the child's nonsense rhyme used by Ken Kesey. It was one flew over the cuckoo's nest. We didn't have time for you to signal in. You have 110 points in your challenge round. Very good. We'll see how St. Joseph does right after this. Very good.
Pain. What is it, and why can some people tolerate pain better than others? Body Watch explores the latest in research aimed at understanding and combating pain, both physically and emotionally. Some of the survivors of chronic pain include Bruce Springsteen's drummer Max Weinberg, who will chronicle his efforts to conquer a disability that threatened his career and lifestyle. The challenge and success of mastering pain. Next time on Body Watch.
Body Watch comes your way tomorrow at 5. Join us.
After seeing how your competition did, I know you want to get to your challenge round, so we'll just take a brief tour of your school with the captain, Vince.
St. Joseph High School was established by the Palatines in 1921 with approximately 20 students. The school now has an average enrollment of 360 students, with 75% pursuing further education after graduation. The high school has a full range of extracurricular activities: an annual school play, a literary magazine, a forensics club, as well as varsity and junior varsity teams and 8 interscholastic sports for both boys and girls. The student government at St. Joseph's consists of officers and representatives from each class, as well as 4 officers and representatives elected at large. An innovative service program is required of all students. In this program, some students work in hospitals, some students tutor, and others give their time to community service. Small in number, strong in scholarship, and large in spirit, St. Joseph's is an exceptional place to attend school.
Okay, let's get going right on your challenge round. Hands on signals, no conferences, here we go. This device might be ranked in importance with the development of speech and the discovery of fire. It was to be the principal weapon in Europe to the end of the Middle Ages. What was this device so successfully used by Robin Hood and William Tell? Vince.
Bow and arrow?
That's correct. With one exception, any type of bill may be introduced by any member of Congress. What's that exception? Okay, we have bill.
Can't be introduced by the Vice President?
No, it's the money bill or taxation bills have to come from the House of Representatives. This author, afflicted in his childhood with a stammer, later became a British spy during World War I. He's the author of The Razor's Edge and Of Human Bondage. Name him. W. Somerset Maugham. Based upon an earlier work by Thomas Jefferson, one of the best-known books in American political procedure was published in 1876 by General Henry Martin Robert. Name this famous book of parliamentary procedure. Bill.
Robert's Law?
No, I'm sorry, it's Robert's Rules of Order. A shy Vermonter, during the Roaring Twenties, he was President of the United States. Name him. Shy Vermonter, president in the 1920s. Vince.
Theodore Roosevelt?
No, it was Calvin Coolidge. The reputation of this Southern writer rests primarily on 3 novels which dealt with the rural South: Trouble in July, God's Little Acre, and Tobacco Road. Who wrote those novels? Brett.
Tennessee Williams?
No, it was Erskine Caldwell. Shakespeare was a master at creating a comparative phrase. According to Shakespeare, what was, in King Lear, sharper than a serpent's tooth? A thankless child. I bet you get this one. What baseball team would you be watching if the historic lineup included the Iron Horse at first base, the Clipper in center field, and Scooter at shortstop? Brett?
New York Yankees.
The Yankees. Okay, now we're on track. Tell me who was U.S. President in 1962 when a quarantine was placed on ships bound for Cuba. Brett?
John F. Kennedy.
Kennedy. What flower is known by a fanciful application of the French word for thought, pensée? Vince?
Pansy.
The pansy. In one of the most famous dispatches of all time, a brief sentence informed the Roman Senate of the overthrow in Pontus of the king of the dominions along the Cimmerian Bosphorus. Quote this dispatch sent by Julius Caesar. Hey, Jean.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
Vini Vidi Vici, that's correct. Okay, you probably know that Henrik Ibsen wrote A Doll's House. What structure did T.S. Eliot write about? It was Murder in the Cathedral. You got 50 points in your challenge round. We now have a very close game. St. Joseph 130, Pequannock Township 160. We'll be back right after this.
Planet Earth, stunning, majestic. But the view from above fails to reveal the titanic struggles of an ever-changing world. In an encore presentation, this Emmy Award-winning series takes you around the globe, to the depths of the seas and to the far reaches of space, to tell the stories of modern-day scientists who work to solve the ancient mysteries of our planet.
Tune into Planet Earth tomorrow at 9.
This is our fourth and final round. We have all 20-point toss-ups, so hands on signals, and here we go. One of the most enduring of all entertainments derives from Pulcinella, a character who appeared in the 17th century Italian Commedia dell'arte. By what name is this puppet show best known in England? Pequannock, Karen.
Punch and Judy.
Punch and Judy. Two very popular islands are part of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Name these large islands separated by Muscogee, St. Joseph, Pequannock.
Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket.
That's correct. Okay, listen for our audio clue and tell me, what is the significance of the following phrase?
Mary had a little lamb, its quite a
Pequannock, Rob.
First recording made by Edison.
Edison in his first recording, that's correct. Okay, what is the most populous, most people, county in New Jersey? St. Joseph, Vince.
Union County.
No, I'm sorry. Can someone on Pequannock try it? Michael.
It's Essex.
No, it's Bergen County, most people. Let's try this one. New Jersey has provided the nation 2 of its vice presidents. Name either one. St. Joseph, Brett.
Grover Cleveland.
No, I'm sorry. Can someone on Pequannock try it? Vice president from New Jersey. Quickly. Michael.
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr. The other one was Garrett Hobart. Which came first on this list? The founding of Plymouth Colony, the founding of Pennsylvania, or the founding of Virginia? Pequannock, Michael.
Founding of Virginia.
Virginia, way ahead of the others. Toss up. The Digitaria sanguinalis has creeping or trailing stems which root freely at the nodes. What is this suburban pest? Pequannock, Kevin.
Ivy.
No, I'm sorry. Can someone on St. Joseph's try it? Toss up still. Suburban pest. Brett.
Cockroach.
No, crabgrass. Okay, get a house, you'll know what it is for sure. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle chronicled the adventures of Sherlock Holmes through 56 short stories and 4 novels. Name any of the 4 novels written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. St. Joseph, Bill.
Hound of the Baskerville.
Hound of the Baskervilles, that's one. Name the Greek god of the sea. Pequannock, Michael.
Neptune.
No, I'm sorry. St. Joseph,
Poseidon.
Poseidon is correct. They won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1962 for their efforts. Name either of the 2 scientists who discovered the structure of the double helix, DNA, St. Joseph, Vincent.
Watson.
And Crick, that's correct. On November 8, 1861, in the first year of the American Civil War, a Union captain stopped a British ship and removed 2 Confederate emissaries named Mason and Slidell. The action resulted in uneasy relations between the North and Great Britain. What was the name of the ship which gave its name to this affair? The what affair? It's a long question. I hope someone will try it. Guesses, anybody? The Trent Affair. This futuristic British novel by Aldous Huxley features the characters Pequannock Rob.
Brave New World.
Brave New World. Well, you're a geologist, that's what you are, and you're talking about rhyolite, pyroclastic flow, and magma. What type of natural landmark are you talking about, Pequannock Karen?
Volcano.
Volcanoes. He offended Queen Elizabeth I with his blasts of the trumpet against the monstrous regiment of women, and he called Mary, Queen of Scots, Jezebel. Name this principal figure of Scottish Calvinism. St. Joseph. Brett.
Calvin?
No, I'm sorry. Pequannock. Any guesses quickly? John Knox was the name. Okay, listen to these names. Anthony, Richard, Eva, and Dorrit. In the history of rock and roll and literature, what one word preceded all 4 of these names? Pequannock, Kevin.
Little.
They were all littles. Okay, listen to this list. Mutiny on the Bounty, Pride and Prejudice, Looking Backward, Moby Dick. Which one is not set in the 19th century? 3 of them are, but one of them is set in the future. Pequannock, Karen.
Looking Back.
Looking Backward is set in the future. Okay, because she never could remember how to spell it, Legal Secretary Dorothy Voyer spent 8 years convincing the Merriam-Webster Company to include the legal term aggrievement in their new collegiate dictionary. Can anyone spell aggrievement? St. Joseph, Vince.
A-G-G-R-I-E-V-E-M-E-N-T.
That's correct. Helen Wills Moody was the last woman to win 4 successful Wimbledon championships until the feat was duplicated by whom in 1982 to 1985? St. Joseph, Brett.
Martina Navratilova.
Navratilova. Okay, just under the wire with that one. Lots of points today, St. Joseph, 250 points. Our winner, Pequannock Township, 320. I'm Todd Hunt. I hope you'll be with us next week when Pope John 23rd High School faces Henry Hudson Regional High School in the New Jersey Bowl.
Major funding for New Jersey Bowl is made possible by a grant from the New Jersey Department of Higher Education in support of higher education in the state. Additional funding is provided by Jersey Central Power and Light Company. We put the power in your hands.